Good morning to you. Or should I say, a spooky morning. Have you ever experienced something so weird and so scary that you couldn't explain it? Well, today, we're sharing those eerie moments with you. I'm Stephen.
That's right. From strange noises to goosebump-inducing encounters, we're talking about the scary and the downright unexplainable things that have happened to us. And I'm Miguel.
Brian, get ready. Get ready for a wonderful and chilling morning. Me, this is GM2U.
Alright, welcome back to GM2U. And for today's episode, like we mentioned in the intro, we're going to be talking about spooky stories because today is the Halloween special! Pew pew pew! Anyway, I'm pretty sure to a lot of our viewers, I mean, like I'm in the dark, Stephen has his
You're in the
light.
dark? Oh,
I'm in the dark.
what happened?
Corruption. The scariest thing ever.
Yeah, correct.
But I'm pretty sure everyone, even in our audience members, have encountered something spooky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, either whether watching a horror movie or or
Just
actually
living life.
Yeah, just living life. Corruption, everyone has encountered a strange and spooky moment. I am one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
I have ghost encounters,
Ooh.
which we'll be talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you, Stephen?
Why is my hoodie like this? What happened?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I don't know what happened to my hoodie. Sorry, you were asking.
I was gonna say, do you have also ghost encounters or spooky moments?
Oh.
Moments where you felt off.
Yeah. I keep telling this story.
Okay.
So this is my only spooky encounter with the ghost, and I hope it stays at that level.
Okay.
We used to go to this relative's house in the province.
Right.
Actually, it's just it's just 3 towns away from where I live. So this subdivision was newly developed,
Right.
and the house of my relative is on a plateau. So after their house, it's not a plunging road down to the
Okay.
main road, but you can't see the road down. So you just see the plateau,
Right.
right? So we were playing, me and my relatives were playing outside at around 7 p.m. Again,
Okay.
this subdivision, this village is newly developed. It doesn't have proper street lighting yet. And the house of my relative is the only house at that street.
Right.
So while we were playing, I can see a shadowy figure of a kid So I was like 5 years old back then, or 3 years old. And I think the shadowy figure of the kid was around 7 or 8 years old.
Right.
So when I saw that, I heard the maid in the house
Yeah.
calling us, all of me
Right.
and my cousins calling
Yeah.
us. And then she gathered us, all kids, inside the room at the basement.
Right.
The basement, because the house was on a cliff.
Yeah.
So technically, you enter at the living room and then you go down to the basement to the other rooms. Since
Alright.
there's no neighbors yet,
Mm-hmm.
from the basement room, from the basement room window, you could see the kid still standing
Oh wow. The shadow
at
kid.
the
Interesting.
shadow kid. And then the maid was telling us not to go near that kid because
Yeah.
that kid is a ghost. Actually, that figure, because there's no street lighting, it looks shadowy.
Mm-hmm.
So they were saying that this kid has no mouth. You can just see its teeth. You can see its bloodied face.
Oh.
So so they were warning us not to go near that figure because it will kill us as well. So
Fun.
so I keep on seeing that figure. It's not moving. It's not going to the side or whatever. It's just at the middle of it. That figure is just in the middle of the road.
Right.
So when we left, there's no other way for our car to go but towards that figure.
Ooh.
And I was sitting on the side of the car where the shadowy figure was
Right.
standing. So you know how the headlights of the car, they also illuminate the peripherals
Right.
of your vision, right? When our car passed by slowly, I don't know. It's only me and the maid, I think, who saw it as is there is.
Right.
But the other relatives, even my parents, they didn't see even when our car passed by. But up to this day, I still remember
Shadowy
passing
figure.
by that. Actually, when our car passed by already, that kid is not a shadowy figure anymore.
Oh.
So as how the maid described it, I
Like
saw
bloodied,
it as is
just
bloodied.
teeth.
Yeah, the teeth was protruding out, both the upper
Oh.
and the lower.
Uh-huh.
No mouth, just the
Right.
nose, bloodied face. And if I remember correctly, the kid was wearing a white shirt with a blue stripe
Right. It might have
and
been
wearing
like a Sonic or
shorts.
something.
It looks like that, but it dressed up like a regular kid that you will play with in the streets. So
Spooky.
so yeah, that's the only time I saw one. And until up to this day, like I was 3 years old back then. I'm now 30. So it's
Wow.
still
The
fresh
age
in
drop.
my mind. I saw why? Is it
Honestly, that's one of
scarier
the
than my story?
That's one of the scariest things. Age. Getting
Age.
older.
Yeah.
That's-
There's this one actually. There's this
Yeah.
other one story, but I didn't see the ghost or whatever.
Hmm.
It was during our college retreat. So I studied in a Catholic school for college.
Yeah.
We went to Cavite. It's a
Right.
very isolated area near Tagaytay where the retreat house
Right.
of this college was. Just to give you a perspective, the layout of the complex was the modern small chapel was in the middle, and then it is surrounded by dormitories.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 levels only of dormitories.
Right.
So from the chapel, you can see the dormitory where we were staying.
Mm-hmm.
Then one of my classmates suddenly cried, and then she told me that a male ghost wearing white was looking at me.
Ooh.
And I keep on checking, where? And she said it is looking at me angrily. Okay, first question. Why are ghosts even angry with me? What did they do to you?
I don't know.
Are you my boss? From my former company? Jokes aside.
Cross over to that plane of
Mm.
existence, but yeah, it's like just very interesting. Like I've had multiple ghost encounters.
Mm.
Because I grew up in a very superstitious
Mm-mm.
environment, I would say,
Mm-mm.
both in the Filipino and Chinese side. Very superstitious. But in my personal encounters, one of the biggest, ghost encounters that I've ever experienced was in Baguio City. So to our international viewers or who didn't grow up in the Philippines, Baguio City is a city up north of the Philippines, like up high. And back in, was it the 70s or the 60s or the 80s? I forgot. They were hit by like a very huge earthquake, which killed
90s.
a lot of the 90s. Okay, well, yeah, which killed a whole lot of people, like buildings toppling. And if to give a little bit more of a topographical image, it's basically a city up in the mountains. Then it was hit by an earthquake. So this was a city that's like with steep roads, like almost, I would say, like more than 45-degree angle roads. Like they literally like were like it's like this. So imagine if like it being hit by an earthquake, and then of course all the buildings were just balancing themselves on Anyway, yeah. So Baguio City was hit by an earthquake back in the 90s, and thus killing a whole lot of people, and thus making it a very haunted city. One of the biggest things, because back in the day, me and my mom would usually go to Baguio City for December over Christmas break, and we own like an apartment there, and that apartment building, I wouldn't say which one, but it was one of the buildings that toppled, and then they just rebuilt it. So in our apartment, there's like, it was a 2-floor apartment. You get the lobby, and then instead of like, going up to the second floor, you go down. So it's like so floor, you can imagine it's like floor, entrance, and then instead of going up to go to another floor, it's going down to go to another floor where the rooms were. So one night when we were in an apartment, I think my mom and our other family members went to go to the night market, because there is usually a night market in Baguio City for cheap buys. And I think it was around like 10 or 9 or 10 p.m. I was just lying down. I was about to fall asleep. And I think at one point I did fall asleep, but I was suddenly awakened by something. Like I haven't, when you wake up, but you haven't opened your eyes yet. It's just like, it's kind of like a sleep paralysis thing where you couldn't really move, you're just stuck there. But the craziest part about what I felt then was that I felt stuck. I couldn't move. So I was a little bit panicky. But the thing is, I felt something like right in front of my face. It's like right here. Like I was lying down, right? It's like I felt something right here. So I opened my eyes, because for some reason I could open my eyes, but I couldn't move my body. I opened my eyes. There was literally like a floating man right in front of me. He had no eyes, no nose, no mouth, literally just floating in front of my face. Like I was staring at it. It was just like, it's just pure fear. Um,
So
then
it has no face.
yeah, it has no face. Like it had the features like an older person, like an older man.
Yeah.
You know, like receding hairline. Yeah, but definitely like you could tell like it was an older person. So literally, he was just like floating right in front of me. It's like it was this close. I could still remember like, but yeah, again, no eyes, no nose, no mouth. It's like literally a blank face. So like, imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I was awake, but I just really couldn't move, and I was seeing that. So we're in the Philippines. I was, I closed my eyes, started praying immediately. Like maybe after like 10, 15 minutes, like I felt like a whole weight off of my body. And then when I opened my eyes again, it was gone.
Mm.
And I guess I also kind of forgot to mention that when he was like right here, you could hear like breathing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it felt. That's how it felt. Like it's crazy. It's like he was right here, nothing on his face, blank face, but like, it still had like facial features, receding hairline, older person, and then it's just like they're just like breathing deeply. I think it was one of those like it was one of those old tenants of the building who got crushed during the earthquake. And yeah, like I asked like the building manager the next day, like, hey, do you get like ghost complaints? They're like, yeah, it's almost like an every night thing. And then I told my story, and then they were like, yeah, that exact same ghost has been seen in other apartments in that building.
So my question is,
Yeah.
how can we rule out that it's not just your sleep paralysis?
I mean, sorry. I mean, obviously we can't rule it out that it's just sleep paralysis, or it could have just been a dream. I don't know. But it felt so real to me. That's the thing. Like the fact that I can still remember how it looks like, how it sounds, where I was. I don't think that's just a sleep paralysis or a dream. You get what I mean? Like it's so clear in my head up until now that it's just, that's why I think it's like real. Like it happened like in person. Just because again, it's clear, it's still clear in my head. It's a story that I always tell, and it's just insane to me that I could like still hear it in my head. Again, we never know.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's real, but it's such it was such an eerie experience, I would say. And now for this segment, as you always know, GM2, it won't be a GM2U episode if there's no food. So now we're going to be talking about food during this Halloween season. So I know in the Philippines it's not really a big thing now. Well, I mean, is it now a big thing like Halloween?
Yeah, it is.
So so Halloween is now like a big thing, like trick or treating. I would say like I've done trick or treating before, and like one of the biggest things is like candy. It just depends. I trick or treated not here in America, but in the Philippines. And like I was just invited, like one of those bougie villages. So like they gave out like those expensive chocolate, expensive candy. So that's pretty much it. In the Philippines, do we really have like pumpkins?
Well, our pumpkins here look flat.
Yeah, they're a little bit different from like
Yeah, in their color
the jack o'
green.
lanterns.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
compared to the jack o' lanterns that we
Uh,
that's here in America.
Usually,
But
you see our pumpkins in our lunch with
right,
coconut milk and
yeah,
other vegetables, but that's the
kalabasa.
uh,
I guess like Halloween is a big thing now in the Philippines, and it's like
mm,
yeah, just the candy is a big. It's correlated heavily with the Halloween season.
yeah.
Given that, have you done trick or treating?
At school, yeah.
What was your favorite treat to get?
Usually, it's the fruit flavored candies
Okay,
and milk chocolates.
that's
But
fair.
that's not the highlight of. I don't know why, but that's not the highlight of our trick or treating at school, because before you
Oh,
get
really?
your treats, they ask
Uh-huh.
you to go through a horror tunnel where senior students dressed up
Try to scare you.
as
Yeah.
ghosts. They set up a room that has a big area, and they
Right.
go through it before you get your candy.
I mean, for me, my favorite one that I would like that I got was because it's my favorite. It's like the Crunch Bar.
Mm.
Like getting those were great. What was a food combination or a food experience that scared you? What do you call that? I forgot what it's called, but it's a worm. You know, like in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
Uok.
Is it that what it's called?
Is
It's
it
like
color
basically
white?
yeah. It's on
Yeah,
a tree
it's
bark
uok.
and then whatever that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it just creeped me out. But you know, for the sake of trying new things, because that's what I believe in. Try everything once. If you like it, good. If not, at least you know not to do it again. Yeah, like when I tried that, it's just and then you dip it in like spicy vinegar. It creeped me because you eat it a lot. You eat it live. People who usually eat it just like chop bark off a tree and then you see the worm and then you just like dip it in spiced vinegar and then eat it as is. So it's like literally still wriggling.
Yeah.
I tried it once, never again.
But actually, I've heard from some of my classmates back in elementary. We
Right.
would talk during recess. You know how kids talk.
Yeah.
How kids talk shit about their families
Right.
because they don't want to follow, because we're kids, right?
Yeah.
There was this one classmate. She was telling me while we were eating at the cafeteria. I was like grade 3 at that time. She said, "Oh, my mom told me last night I shouldn't eat sweet candy, like gummy worms or whatever, before I sleep, or else the priest will come out." And we were like,
The priest.
"The priest? Why? At that time of the evening?"
Right.
One classmate even asked, "What time?" 12 midnight, shouldn't eat because the priest will come out. Like, wow. And then during those days, there was no cell phone yet. So we
Right.
used to get our telephone numbers and then we will call each other. "Oh, have you
Right.
eaten? Have you eaten?"
All right, and now we're gonna move on to GM2Me, where we get your question in the evening, and we answer it the next morning. Okay, so today we got a question from Marco, who's 21 years old and is from Baguio City, like my story from earlier. Anyway, Marcus says, "Hi GM2U. Last year, while I was studying late at night, I heard someone calling my name from outside my window.
Okay.
The weird thing is, I live on the 4th floor. I was so scared I couldn't even check. Was it just my imagination or should I be worried?"
Maybe you're being courted by someone.
I mean, yeah, you never know. Like, someone's like,
Yeah.
trying to get your attention. But definitely relatable. A lot of people have experienced this. like they hear their name being called.
Mm.
But in my case, again, it's in Baguio City. So I explained why this is such a big thing earlier.
Mm.
Again, it might be something supernatural. We don't know.
Mm.
Many people have definitely heard voices or sounds they can't explain.
Mm.
Like the things that go bump in the night, basically.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna go supernatural, it might be just stress.
Yeah, because he was
fatigue.
studying.
Yeah, because he did say he was studying late at night. Maybe it was for like an exam or something. Maybe it's just like your brain's just tired. That it's already like making up stuff, like you hearing your name, like auditory illusions. Yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. It's a ghost or a boo as we say.
At least he was not hearing some other guy's name like Brian, because that will really annoy you.
I'll see. Yeah, I mean, some believe that it's spirits or energies that make themselves known in subtle ways by just calling your name.
Yeah.
I mean, if ever that happened to me, I would just ignore it. Because if you do give it like attention, the more it will, That's what I noticed too, with my experience with the supernatural.
Yeah.
If you give it more attention, the more it will literally show itself. So it's honestly just best to just ignore.
Yeah. Actually, that's what happened to my classmate in high school.
Right.
She was telling us that she was hearing her name while she was at the bathroom being called thrice every 5 minutes. So she was taking a bath and everything. She keeps hearing her name being called very audibly. And mind you, her father just died a week ago. And then the father died angry with her.
Oh.
Here's the thing. When she exited the shower area, she was saying that beside the sink where she does her skincare, there's a rack of folded towels. She was so surprised while she was brushing her teeth and doing her skincare. After hearing the last call of her name, one of the big bath towels just flew right on her face.
Ooh.
Like,
we
were like, what? What's that? Maybe it was your father calling you.
It could be. Yeah, it's best to ignore it. I know you're scared, but it's best to ignore. You could pray, honestly, if you believe, or go to someone, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You never know.
Go to 7-Eleven and leave the spirit there.
Exactly. It's like what do you call it? When you go to a wake, you don't go home first. What do you call it? Pagpag. Yeah. Pagpag.
For international audience, you shake off
the
vibes and the spirit of the day that might have followed you.
Right. Because that is a superstitious belief that, when you go to a wake, the spirit of the person who passed follows you. Yeah.
So you need to go to another place first. You shouldn't go straight to your home.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I feel bad for 7-Eleven. It's the national shake-off spirit location.
It's either 7-Eleven. Right. It's either 7-Eleven or Starbucks.
Oh, wow. The spirits who might be at Starbucks might be so proud of themselves.
Right. Anyway, that's it for our Halloween special episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed our spooky stories. I will never look at a towel rack the same again.
Or look at the fish.
Right. Yeah. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Stephen. And we'll see you again at the next live. Bye.